Hey there! Thank you for stopping by my art studio and joining me for Seeing Beauty with Sandy today. You know, at Seeing Beauty with Sandy, we like to talk about things that delight our eyes, things that touch our hearts, and today we're going to talk about one that really touches our hearts. We're going to talk about the beauty of traditions. You know, traditions do a lot to make our lives richer and to make our days more special. There's other things that traditions do for us. They give us a reason and a way to celebrate and to share that celebration with other people. Also gives us a reason to teach and a way to teach, to pass down our traditions and teach them to new friends or to children. And then it develops a sense of community and connection, especially in our families. And it's in so many layers around us, from the national level to right in your own kitchen. For instance, on a national level, we have holidays and remembrances and traditions that are centered around things like the 4th of July, and we share things like fireworks and parades and cookouts. And then even just for sporting things on a national level, people celebrate the Super Bowl together or the Final Four. There are many things that nationally we come together and we celebrate. And it's important to celebrate those things and to teach them and to just connect on the base that we're Americans and we so appreciate the freedom that we enjoy. And then on another layer, another level is community. In our towns, in our communities, we can have similar celebrations. Some towns have something like Founders Day, where they relate the history of how the town was founded and why. And those are things people can participate in, and that not only gives a feeling of connection and community to the people who already live there, but to the people who are newcomers. They find out about the place where they live and maybe they start feeling like they fit in a little better when we have those traditions. Or maybe it's something that a town is just famous for. Maybe it's the strawberry center of the area and they celebrate strawberries. But these community celebrations, even sporting things on more of a local level, college or high school, these are traditions that draw people together. And as I said before, it's a chance to teach the little ones too. They can learn about their community. And another layer is our faith-based communities and our churches. There are many special events and holidays or commemorations in our faith. I'm a Christian, so Resurrection Sunday and the real meaning of Christmas, those are really important things for us to come together with traditional recognition, celebration, and again, to teach and to connect and feel that we're really part of our church or our community. And that happens in many other faiths too. And then we get down to the most personal one of all. What is that? That's the family. You know, I think probably one of the best traditions of large families, or including more than just your own family, would be family reunions. Think about how people come together. Maybe they wear matching t-shirts. They share old photos. They share old stories. And they make new memories together. How special is that for a family to be together and connect in that way? And for the little ones as they come along to realize they're part of something bigger and they're part of something that's really special. But if you don't have any large celebration like that, just in your own family, any tradition you have. I know some people have traditions that have passed down for several generations. We don't. But you know what? We've just started our own traditions, and we do those. Here's one. This is Prudence. I bought Prudence several years ago because I thought she looked like such a sweet little pilgrim. And I named her Prudence. For a while there, I vacillated between Penelope or Prudence. And then I decided Prudence just made her a really good example. So we have Prudence. Now the box she came in says that Prudence is a cookie jar. But now I ask you, why would you have a cookie if you could have a brownie? So there's never been any cookies inside Prudence. Every time our family gathers for Thanksgiving, when they get here, Prudence is the center of the show, and inside Prudence are brownies. And that's a family tradition that I just started myself. And Christmas is one of the times in our families that we really carve out our own little traditions, a special way we celebrate Christmas, things we do year after year. One that we have at our house, and this has always been every Christmas morning, the first thing we do when we gather for Christmas is my husband reads a Christmas story from the Bible, from the book of Luke, and then he prays. And that kind of sets the cornerstone of what our Christmas is really all about. And then we have another tradition, and I did not start this one. When we had been married about 3 years, my husband bought me a wonderful present. He bought me an antique oak secretary, but he had a little problem. Our little house was too small for him to find a place to hide it, and it was too big for him to wrap. So he figured out a way to hide it 2 doors down. We had a friend who was going to be out of town for Christmas, so he hid it there. So Christmas morning, I didn't get a package to open. I got a clue. Because in order to get my present, I had to go on a scavenger hunt. And it led me, among other places, it led me to our neighbor's front door, where I had, on Christmas morning now, I had to knock on the door and ask them, "Do you have my Christmas present?" They didn't, but they totally thought it was a hoot. And then it led to me having to look in their outdoor garbage can for my Christmas present. They're still laughing about that. But sooner or later, I did find my Christmas present, and it's been a treasure ever since. And the other treasure has been, we still have that little scavenger hunt every Christmas. When everybody's opened all their presents except me, and there's one box left under the tree or tucked behind the tree, it's for me. And it's wrapped, but I know there's not a present in it. This year, in fact, there was this little note on the top of the box that said, "For Sandy, let the hunt begin." And so it did. Now, when I got my clue inside the package, the clue doesn't really lead me to my present. Oh no, it leads me to another box that has another clue. But it's been big fun, and now the whole family joins in. And it's a tradition. And my husband started it. I don't know if he meant to start a tradition, but he did. So think about traditions. You may be thinking, "Oh, I remember what we do or what we used to do. We still do that, or we could revive that. That's our family tradition." Or maybe you think, "I wish I had a family tradition." Well, I'm telling you, they don't have to be complicated. They don't have to be expensive. It can be something really simple. Like my mother-in-law used to make green pancakes on St. Patrick's Day because she was Irish. And that's something I will always remember about her. It was like her little playful side. So if you're wanting to have a tradition and you don't know exactly how to start, well, pick something that you think would be fun to do. are meaningful to do, but don't make it something that's too hard that you won't be able to keep it up. I mean, it would be great if you made it a tradition that this year we're going to do Thanksgiving in Paris and next year we're going to do Christmas in Iceland, but that could get a little complicated. Just start with something simple. For instance, you could decide that this Wednesday I'm going to serve pie in the evening, and then you do it. Next Wednesday, you serve pie again. The third Wednesday, you serve pie again. And if somebody says to you, why do we keep having pie? You can say, it's a tradition. And you know what? I think they'll be glad you started that tradition. But if you have some family traditions, or even a tradition in your town or in your church that you would like to share, I hope you'll post it in the comments below so we can all see the beautiful or fun tradition that you have. And while you're thinking about making new traditions, I hope you'll make it a tradition to join me every Wednesday so we can visit together at Seeing Beauty with Sandy. So I'll be looking for you.